Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's start with Jenna's brow. And like I was saying before, we want to make sure that her brow has a little bit more of a conservative look. You know, the trendy look for the 20-somethings these days is a little bit more of sort of a cleaned up, thin brow, which is fine. You know, just don't over tweeze because eventually the hairs stop growing back. But we're going to fill in a little bit and we're going to fluff that brow up a little bit so it looks slightly fuller. It gives a little bit more of a sumptuous look to the brow. And in a professional world, what it says is that, you know, you have a nice, clean look to your eye. Next, we're going to do eyeshadows and doing a nice set of 4 shades. And these 4 shades are well balanced. And you notice with these shades next to her that nothing's really darker or lighter than her hair color and her eye color. We're really working within her color range. And that's what you want to do when you're using color for a professional look. Close, please. So I'm going to take this light shade. I'm just going to gently slide it right up under her brow bone. And then on the ball of her eye, I'm going to be using this peach color just to brighten up. These colors are so pretty on you. Now you'll notice that all the colors I'm using do have just a little bit of a shimmer to them, which is fine. Now I'm going to take the darker brown, close please. Starting from the outer corner, I'm going to wedge from the outer corner in and also from the outer corner down. This is a very important part of doing eyeshadow. Pull that color down into the eye. What it does is it cups the corner of the eye, and by cupping the eye, you really capture the shape of the eye. If you just stick color up here in the crease, often it's distracting. When you connect it down to the lash bed here, it looks like it's part of your anatomy, and that's what you want makeup to become, part of your anatomy. Not some appendage hanging there, but really, you know, it's your own natural coloring being enhanced. And open, please. Very, very pretty. Let's take a little bit of the green, close please, and pop a little bit of green right over the center of the eye just to pick up the colors in her necklace. And that's always a nice way to sort of accessorize your makeup with what you're wearing. Now, for eyeliner, I'm going to be using a pencil called Bourbon. Close please. And I want you to take that pencil, make sure you have a nice perpendicular approach with the pencil, and I want you to work that pencil right between the lashes, trying to make those lashes look as thick as possible. And how you do that is get that color in between the lashes best as you possibly can. Now we're going to wedge the outer corner of the eye just a little bit to thicken the outer corner of the eye and really draw focus to the outer shape of the eye. Open, please. Gorgeous. And look up. For a nice professional look, you really want just a little bit of liner underneath as well. What that does, it shows off that almond shape of your eye. It really captures the almond shape of the eye, which is what you want to do. Next, we're going to do just a little bit of concealer. And with this look, we are using a slightly higher coverage concealer because it's a more professional look. And it has to be worn probably for a longer period of time, say at least 8 hours. So we're taking this concealer that's got a little more coverage. It's by Makeup Forever. I'm actually using a pan of colors. For Jenna, I'm mixing between my 2 shades. You know, never be afraid to mix. Just like when you're in the kitchen, don't be afraid to, you know, mix up your little spices to get the exact effect you want. Pull that concealer down over the cheekbone so it's seamless, okay? It's a little bit brighter on her eye, so it throws a lot of light right up into her eye, which is exactly what you want. And now, of course, mascara. Look down towards the floor, please. And then with the wand, I want you to grab those gorgeous lashes of hers and pull them sideways, out. Build up those lashes as best you can. And don't forget the inner lashes, but the outer lashes get more attention. So your inner lashes will be jealous. And that looks perfect, I think. I love it. All right, so this is a perfect example of finished eyes for the 20-something. And next we're going to do the 20-something finished lips. So this is very important. We want to balance the coloring in her face. Now it's very easy to grab a gloss. It looks really pretty. We put it on her lips and it looks fine, but the look becomes trendy. And I hate to say it, it almost becomes looking dated because it's such an obvious choice. A little bit heavier on the eye, a little bit glossier on the lips. The challenge is to really have sort of a sophisticated finish to your finished makeup, your finished professional makeup. So pick a lip pencil that's a little bit deeper than your actual lip color and take time to, what I would say, hyper define the lip. Really give that lip some good definition and make that line thicker on the outer portion of the lip. That's why it looks a little bit darker. So the center of the lip is going to appear lighter and it's going to pop. It's going to come more forward. We have an exciting lip color here. It's called Marsica. But more than this lipstick color being exciting, you should know that this lip container is biodegradable. What you can do is after you're done with your lipstick, you can drop this into the ground. It will biodegrade, and in it are wildflower seeds, and it will actually grow wildflowers. I just learned that myself, so I'm very excited. Who makes this? Do you know?
Cargo.
This is made by Cargo, so that's very exciting. In a world where, a lot of landfill is just, getting in our way, this is a great way to sort of spruce up your garden and spruce up your lips all at the same time. So even though this color doesn't have a high intensity, because I really, laid that liner on pretty thick, we get a really great look to her lips, and you see the intensity between here and here is almost exactly the same. So she has a very balanced look. So here's a great example of finished 20-something lips. Time's up for part 1. In part 2, we'll complete the natural, finished, and dramatic look for the 20-something. So we'll see you for part 2. Well, that's it for another episode of Makeup Gourmet. I hope you learned a few tips today. Now, I want to remind you that you're not alone when you go shopping. Available as a download at makeupgourmet.com is my book, Cosmetic Counter Survival Guide: How to Buy the Right Skincare and Makeup. Now, this guide will answer all the questions you need to ask yourself before you go shopping. That way, every purchase is a successful one. Also, remember the right tools for the right job. That's why I made available to you my 12-piece All-Pro brush set. Now, with this set, it will provide you with every brush you need in order to apply your makeup perfectly every single time. Well, we'll see you next time when we cook a look at Makeup Gourmet. Your access to Makeup Gourmet begins here. After this episode, log on to makeupgourmet.com, where you'll find tips and information to feel and look your very best. All of that and more at makeupgourmet.com. Makeup Gourmet wants to especially thank these friends of the show for their services.